Alright guys, we are back for a ring muscle up follow-on session with Sammy Wood and myself, Ben Wood. So Sammy, can you just demonstrate our first stretch in the warm-up here? We're going to do an elevated cat stretch. Arms are slightly wider, knees must be out parallel to the ground, and we're trying to push those armpits into the ground. So we're going to hold that for 20 seconds. At the completion of 20 seconds, then we're going to start rolling the shoulders in. So sort of indicating those shoulders in, and the other one, left and right, left and right. You've got 5 of those on each arms. So Sammy, just rest for a second. So get yourself set up. We'll need a bench for this, something that's wide so you can take those arms a little bit wider to emulate what we're going to be doing on the rings. When we swing those rings out, hover them in rather than hover them in as we did on the bar muscle ups. So let's start in 10 seconds. And starting in 3, 2, 1, off we go. 20-second hold. Really trying to push those armpits into the ground. Just walk your knees out a little bit. There we go. Try and get nice and deep. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Start rolling those shoulders in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Okay, Sammy, can you get into a tabletop position for us? So come side on here. And what we're going to do is 30 seconds of a rocking tabletop. So you'll push up, demonstrate first, hips right up, rock forward, and come back. So you're going to have your hands facing behind you. So turn the hands there. Hips right up, knees together, rock forward, keep the hips up, and down. So we're going to do that for 30 seconds. At the completion of 30 seconds, then we're going to go into a dynamic dip stretch. And we're going to do 3 circles to the left and 3 circles to the right. Then you'll slide your arms together and push down into a shoulder extension stretch, sliding down like this, trying to keep this arms as close as you can. It's quite tough. If you're feeling too much pain on the elbows at all, bring it in a little bit. What we want to do is just give those elbows a little bit of comfort over time so it then starts to get the shoulders in that correct position. So we've got the tabletop, 30 seconds, rocking back and forth, dynamic dip stretch, 3 to each side, and then we have the shoulder extension on the ground. Let's start in 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, up you go. Try and keep those feet together, knees together. That's it. Push. Keep going, 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, dynamic dip stretch, going in 5 seconds. 3 to the left, 3 to the right, and off you go. 1, 2, and 3, and reverse 1, 2, and 3. And sliding your hands behind you, shoulder extension, and we're going to hold there for 30 seconds. Off you go. Remember guys, try and keep those arms in a little bit closer. I know it's going to be tough, particularly if you're tight in the biceps, but this stretch is going to be very important when it comes to doing strict muscle ups, but just balancing out that shoulder girdle health. Okay, 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake those arms out. Next stretch and final stretch, Sammy, we're going to do some bridge turn in, turn out. So do you want to quickly demonstrate what that is? You'll start, just come over here, Sammy. Come over here in the, that's it. So we got bridge starting in that front pike position. So walk your feet in closer to the hands, walk your bum up, yep. So you're nice and piked, turn your leg in, open out, and hold for 1 to 2 seconds. Turn that foot in and turn out. Excellent. So just be cognizant that we're not turning into a tabletop, rather that we're in that full flexion position in the shoulder. So we don't want to end up rotating into a tabletop, trying to emulate that thoracic bridge stretch. So you're going to do 5 of those to each side and try to make sure you twist to turn, and you can move that hand in a bit. All right, so let's go in 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and off we go. 1, 2, and 3. Open out 4, and 5. Keep that going. 6, good. And 7, and 8, in, step under, 9, last one. Keep it going, and 10. Great work. Okay, so just keep in mind that you can make it harder by getting those knees together and also trying to get that hand down a little bit closer to the ground and really opening up. So it doesn't need to go that fast. You can slow that down a little bit if you don't have the range of motion in your shoulders. So we're going to get onto the conditioning now. So with the conditioning, we're going to start on our stomach semi. We're going to do the back arch sequence. With here, we'll quickly demonstrate the 3 movements we're going to do, and I'll tell you the rep scheme that we're going to do. So we're going to do a back arch, feet together, making sure you're squeezing your glutes. You're going to go up like that. 1, up, 2. So you're going to do 10 of those. Then on the 10th one, you're going to hold the back arch hold position. 1, 2, squeeze your legs together, and you're going to hold that for 10 seconds. Then you're going to do 10 back arch rocks. Up and down, up and down. Very good. Now with these back arch rocks, something to be mindful of is just making sure you keep your arms up. You'll want to be bending your arms or putting your arms behind you, because it will start to get tough in the mid-back trap area. So making sure you try and put those arms as straight as you can to emulate that ring swing. We want to emulate and replicate that ring swing. So try not to be lazy with those arms and push through that straight position. So let's get ready. Let's process that. 10 back arch rocks, feet and arms move. 10-second hold. Then you got 10 back arch rocks. Let's go in 10 seconds time. Five seconds, guys. Try and squeeze those feet together. And off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold 10. That's 5 seconds. And 10. 10 rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Over to these banded pulls. So if you don't have these in your gym, you can use resistance bands or anything that we just want to basically get one on each arm and be able to pull them down. So you're going to lie on your back. You're going to come out on an angle just to get a bit more resistance in the bands. You're going to have these above your head, and what you're going to do is you're going to pull, you're going to pull your hips as you do a lat pull down all the way to the ground. So the handles to the ground and hold the hips up. Handles to the ground and hold your hips up. So we're going to do 10 of those reps. Now you can make this harder. The more resistance you have in these bands and the harder they are, the heavier they are, you can make this a little bit lighter and do 5 reps, but these are a little bit loose for what we got coming next, so we're going to do 10 reps of this. Let's go in 5 seconds. 10 reps on my clap. 3, 2, 1, and pull. 1 and relax. 2 and relax. 3 and relax. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, just relax. You've got 10 in that same position, 10 V-snap crunches. So with the V-snap, rather than keeping our legs straight, we're going to keep them bent. And the reason for that being is that when we're trying to do our ring muscle ups, we're going to come through the front, hips, and pull. So we're getting these lats activated with all this pulling exercises. And then we're going to snap in with our legs and bend them so we can catch in this ball to then do a kipping dip out. So we're going to use a bit of core to try and generate that snap. So that V-snap action is quite important whilst maintaining coordination with pulling down these bands to activate the lats. There's a lot of pressure on the rings when you're doing this muscle up, and a lot of these drills and strength that is to come is going to really emphasize this lat pull down and pressure on the rings the whole way up. This is absolutely crucial on the kipping muscle up. So Sammy, can you show the V-snaps that we want? Great. So one more. Excellent. So we're going to do 10 of these reps. Now you can go at your own time. We want 10. Try and control them on the way up, and feet go down and arms go down at the same time. The hardest thing here is just trying to control with the pull and coordinate with the abs pulling the knees in at the same time. So let's give you 5 seconds rest, and we're going to go for 10 reps. And then we're going to repeat the whole process again. Off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Over here, we're just going to stretch out with a bridge, put your legs together. Best effort here, we're doing it elevated. We're all going to be at different levels. So just do what you can in terms of trying to get your legs together and your hips. You don't have to fully straighten your arms. I mean, if you can, like Sammy does, she's got quite a good thoracic. Tighten the shoulders, but this is fantastic, and it's really important that your thoracic and your shoulders are as mobile as they can be for when it comes to swinging, particularly at the back of the rings, in that backswing. If you're too tight here, you're just not going to come at any angle, and you're going to be at a disadvantage. You're going to want to kick high, and we'll go into that in more detail. Okay, so in your own time, you're just going to stretch that for 10 seconds. We'll give you a bit of time now just to do that while Sammy has a bit of a rest, and we're going to repeat that conditioning one more time. So we're going to come over here, get ready for the back arches. So you should have finished your bridge by now, getting into position on the floor again, ready for round 2. And we're going to go through this a little bit quicker now, so we should all know what to do. We're going to get stuck into this in 10 seconds, 10 back arches, 10-second hold, 10 rocks. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold for 10 seconds. 1, nice arms there, Sammy. Good work. 9 and 10. 10 rocks. And finish. Back over to the band for our banded hip pull. Making sure as we pull, the hips come up. 10 of these. So come right out on the bar so we can maximize that resistance. And off we go. 1, 2, 3, push to the ground. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. and relax. Hold on those bands. We've got 10 V snaps. Let's give you guys 10 more seconds rest. 10 V snaps, bridge stretch for 10 seconds, and then we're on to the strength. 2, 1, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really good. 6, push it in. 7, keep fighting. 9, last one. 10. Great work. Bridge stretch, let's do this one together. 10 seconds. So just relax for a second, Sammy. Let's go. Let's give everyone rest to come off those bands. Let's go in 10 seconds time. 5 seconds. And up you go. Nice push through those shoulders. And coming down. Good work. So let's come over to the rings here. Now, on the rings, we're going to do some ring tuck front lever pulls. This is what we're going to do. Now, this is quite a challenging progression depending on where your strength is. And if you can't do this, we'll quickly show you 2 other alternatives that you could do in absence or in substitute for this exercise. Off we go. So Sammy's just going to demonstrate the front tuck lever pulls. So you'll come up, this is called an inverted hang basket. You're going to come down into this front lever and then pull back up. Front lever and pull back up. Excellent. Have a rest. So what we're trying to do here is really switch on the lats, pulling you up and holding that position, and the core at the same time. This lat pull down is going to be essential. So we're trying to strengthen up this straight arm action so that you can really maximize and leverage that pull when you use an efficient swing on the rings for your muscle up. So in substitute of that, if that's just too tough, you're going to go upside down into basket, and we're going to do a negative eccentric lower down all the way to the ground, taking 5 seconds. So you're going to lower down through the front lever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lower down. So that's if you can't pull your body back up, you're trying to lower, really try and take your time to get down. You want to really feel those lats, try not to bend the arms and pull. So we're going to do 5 reps of those, 3 to 5 reps, but Sammy's going to do 5. We're going to tire her out here, give her a good little workout. Then you're going to come over to the bar, and we're going to do these scap pulls. Now these are quite challenging. Let me just show you my quick rep, and then Sammy's going to demonstrate one. So the idea here is we want to pull through the scaps, keeping straight arms, and lead through the chest. So the chest comes up, hold 1, 2, and down. And pull, 1, 2, and down. So we're trying to pull whilst having that chest in that arch position rather than being dish. So we want to get rid of that dish that we really emphasize in the bar muscle up, and try and get these hips coming through in this back arch position. So Sammy, you demonstrate yours, and we'll see how tough this exercise is and how much value it can get when you get strong. So pull, 1, good. Pull, 2, okay, rest. So we're going to do 3 of those, and if you can hold it for 1 to 2 seconds, that's great. If you can't, just pull through. You might have to do 5 small ones. Final one here, you're in this row position, grounded row position, feet on the ground, and we're going to do the row pull to your hips. And we've got 5 of those, so demonstrate those. So you're going to pull to your hips. Yep, try and pull right down even further. Yes, that is what I want. I'm going to get rid of this band for this set. And then we're going to start from the very start of the front lever rows. So we've got the front lever pulls, 5 reps of those, or the eccentric lower down if you can't do it. We're then going to get up on the bar here and do some scapular pulls leading with the chest, not dish. Then we're back on the rings for these grounded ring row, pull to your hips and down. Pull to your hips, leading with that elbow, pressure right on the rings. Don't come in with the chest and then pull down. Pull at that diagonal angle to your hips. Okay, so let's go in 15 seconds, and we're going to go through 2 rounds of this. back to back. And then give our lats a good stretch out. So 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Up we go. 1, 2, keep pulling. 3, push, good. 4, nice, Sammy. One more. Very good. And relax. Up to the bar. Give your arms a good shake out. And scapular pulls. Off you go. 1, good. 2, and 3. That's it. Back to the rings. Give your arms a bit of a shake out. Give yourself 10 seconds. Let's go on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we've got 5 of these reps. Off we go. Pull to the hips. 1. Let's go. Even more. Really show them. 2. More down to the hips. 3. There we go. 4. Very good. And last one. 5. Great. Okay, come over to the floor over here, and you're just going to put one arm out to the side and do the stretch. Just give your arm a good little stretch, 20 seconds each side, and then rotate around. So you can put it in a diagonal and just give that a good stretch like that. So we'll do 20 seconds on each arm, and off we go. So try and put that angle up a little bit more. There we go. Come back around and try and push through that position there. Good. That's it. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And changing arms. And pushing through that position. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, let's do those 3 exercises one more time. So front lever pulls, scap pulls, and rows. So let's start in 10 seconds. And off we go. And 1, pull. 2, that's it. 3, nice. Try and keep those arms straight. 4, good. Last one, come on. 5, good work. Okay, up on the bar. Give those arms a shake out whenever you're ready. You got 3 reps. So pull through the scap. 1, that's it. Let's do 2 more. 2, good. Last one. Very good. Back on the rings. 5 ring pulls to your hips. So go in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. 1, 2, 3. All the way to your hips. 4, good. Keep pushing down. Last one. Hold it in and down. Very good. Back on your stomach, and let's stretch out. Hold on. Quickly get in position, and time starts now. 20 seconds. That's it. Keep relaxing. Push with that arm. 10 seconds. And change arm. Five seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great. So we've done our conditioning and our strength. We're going to get onto some skill work now. 3 skills that we're going to really focus on today in this session is one through the transition. So 3 segments of the ring muscle up. We've got the transition where we're going to do a kipping drill. We'll go through these very shortly. We're going to get the band and get some coordination with hip drive action, hip drive. Then we're going to get on the high rings, and Sammy's going to do some swing pull timers where she's really going to exaggerate the pull of the rings and try and keep those hips in that arch position without the legs coming too high. So we'll quickly demonstrate each one. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go around together and we're going to do 5 of each. Except for the swings, we're going to do singles and do 3 of those. So first one is the kipping drill. So you're going to go upside down in that basket and kipping, and I can quickly demonstrate. So you're going to come upside down, and you're going to do a basket. Now you can bend the legs. Just make sure your hips are here. Make sure your hips don't go too far vertical. Bring them down in that horizontal. You can straighten them, or we can bend them. Don't have them too bent like this. Okay, so here, and all we're going to do is pump and kip. As simple as that. So you're forcing that feet fast to the ground whilst pendulum swing with your arms pushing down to get your arms up. So we're not trying to blow our legs up into the ceiling. We're just trying to keep that body, that center of gravity, small and flip ourselves upside down whilst really making sure that these wrists transitioning from below the rings to on top. Below, on top. We do not have false grip in this. We make sure that our grip is neutral, not false grip, which is wrapping around the ring. So neutral grip, we've got to be fast, snap with those wrists. So Sammy's going to demonstrate one. I'm going to stand in and just spot her one, and then she's going to do one by herself. So just so you can see how I would spot it, 1, 2, and go, push, and try and turn those rings close together when you land. So we'll do one more again. So it is quite a tricky drill. So bring those hips down, lower, straighten your legs a little bit more, hips down a little bit lower. There, 1, 2, 3, push. Very good. And turn the rings out when you land, so you'll land a little bit more like that. Okay. So we're going to do 5 of those. Okay. Then we're going to get the band, and we'll quickly show you what to do on the band. So you can work on the same set of rings. This does work better, this drill, if the rings are just slightly higher. So we're just a little bit more at an angle, but we're just going to keep it here for this video. Just works better with the camera and one set of rings. So we're going to go up and we're going to try and pull our hips to the rings whilst keeping the feet on the ground. So pull, that's it. And try and pike first, pike and bounce, that's it, 1. Pike and bounce, good. Pike and bounce, that's it, good. Pike and bounce. So we're going to do 5 of those. Then we're going to come up on top of the big rings here. Now, just before Sammy gets up, it's important that when you start on these rings, that you come right underneath and you jump into a dead hang. If Sammy was to jump like she was to a bar, to do a bar muscle up, these rings are going to start giving her what's called a dead swing. We don't want any dead swings. Swinging is hard enough as it is to get that right, so we want to come underneath, get into that dead hang, no swinging. Then we're going to do a leg lift where we come up and we're going to go back. Now with the back swing, make sure you turn those rings out, keep your arms straight, don't bend your arms. Arms out, straight. If you turn them out, your feet will come up a little bit higher. Then at the front, we want to come through the vertical and we want to make sure our feet are positioned slightly at an angle, but we don't want them to go past the horizontal. If our feet are too high, shoulders are back, it's just too hard with the transition. So we want to make sure we come through and pull. So let's see if Sammy can demonstrate. Back and pull. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to let her do it by herself. Make sure that she tries to pull and see if she can leave her feet hanging low. Feet, that's it. Excellent, okay, come on. Now, the only thing Sammy could do a little bit better, it's a hard drill. Is try and emphasize those rings coming down a little bit. We're just trying to make sure that in this muscle up that we've really got pressure on the rings, because when we're fatigued and we're doing volume of this, we want to make sure that we've got hips and pull down. If this goes, we're going to be scrambling to get over the top of the rings. So that's why I'm really going to emphasize this pull down action. So soak that all in. We're going to do 5 of these kip drills fast. Just get through them as best we can. Get the band on. 5 of those bounces, and then just 3 of these, just single drop off. So the other thing is that I should explain is that we can put this in front if you're comfortably getting over. So this is going to make it a little bit more challenging, just so you can try and beat your feet to the mat. That's the whole idea. We want to try and beat your feet. Does that make sense? So we'll see how Sammy goes by herself, and then if the next set's good, we're going to do 2 rounds of this. We might put that mat in and test her out on that. Okay, off we go, guys. Get under those rings. 5 of these. Make sure those hips are down a little bit more, Sammy. Hips down there, and push. 1. Beautiful. Hips down there, and push. 2. Good. 3 more. 3. Good. Try and turn those rings a little bit more out. So don't mind me holding this. This is just for the next thing. You don't have to have this in. It's just saving us time. 1 more. Last one. Hips down, hips down, hips down. And push. Great. And you can see Sammy's highly competent at this movement, and she's all over this sit-up transition. Very fast. Her wrists are moving very, very well. Okay, get that band in. We'll give you a little bit of time. So let's do this. Let's start this in 15 seconds. Just make sure when you're on the band, we're hinging the hips to then open. So in other words, in hinging, it's piking. Pike the hips to then open the hips out. So let's go in 5 seconds. So 5 of these, trying to anchor the feet to the ground. Pull the hips to the rings, or the rings to the hips up. Meet halfway. Off we go. 1, 2, good. Try and keep those arms straight as you can. 3, good. 4, more hips. And 5, excellent. So this one's tough. This one's tough. I've seen a lot of people that will get their feet too high, trying to keep those feet down are key, so we got that angle. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to jump up, forward, back, pull, trying to put what we did just here into context. 1, pull, good. Okay, relax. Now on the next one, Sammy, let's try and see if we can get a little bit more pull down on those rings. 1, pull, that's the one. Much better. And 1 more of those. Pull, beautiful, beautiful pull. And those hips, I really like it. Feet are pointing there. All we've got to do is add on that first movement, that transition, and you've got a nice vertical muscle up that hasn't gone too high, that we've got to really work to come over. So try and slow that down and look at it in more detail. Really good lead up timer for that muscle up. Okay, we're going to start from the top again. Off we go. 1. Very nice. 2. See, make sure those feet come down fast. 3 more. 3, good work. 2 more, come on. Very nice. 4, beautiful. 1 more. 5. Look at that, all over it. Okay, get that band in, so you got 5 of these. Off we go. 1. Try and get those hips up more. Drop the hips, pull, that's it. Drop the hips. Pull, 3, good. 2 more. 4, 1 more. Excellent. Good work. Okay, take your time getting on the rings. Give yourself a little bit of a breather. Just think about the positioning here. 1 drop off, so 3 singles here. No rush. Off we go. Good. Again, try and next one. Pull a little bit more. Pull, there you go. Good. Just leave those feet a little bit lower, but very good hips. Last one. Beautiful. That's the one. Good work. Okay, so we're going to just finish off on a little endurance set just to challenge you in terms of your strength and that last part of it. You've noticed that we've done a lot of lat pulling exercises, a lot of lat stuff. We've done a little bit of the back arch, cover the strength. We just want to now get on top of the ring. So you've caught the ring muscle up. Now it's time to show that you own this movement with pushing up out of this dip position. So the support holds, top and bottom are absolutely integral component. It gives you security, it gives you safety. It eliminates that fear factor that something could go wrong and you could slip. So we're going to hold the top position. So Sammy, just demonstrate that top position. Quickly do 2 seconds. 1, 2. Excellent. So it is challenging, and what I do, and Sammy knows, is that I make her lock the rings out. So we can hold this, and Sammy could hold this all day long with bent arms, but trying to open those elbows and turn the rings and straighten using that straight arm strength requires another degree of strength. And if you can think about that and practice that, it's definitely going to add value. So the next one is holding that bottom dip position. So you've just caught your ring muscle up, and you might be a bit low, for instance, because you're tired, and you're going to hold that in a tuck position at the bottom. So just hold for 2 seconds. 1, 2. Okay, and then we're going to go straight into some kipping dips. Now with the kipping dips, do them unbroken, or you can do them as singles. So you're just going to come down and push. So just demonstrate one kipping ring push up, ring dip, and down. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish off on a little sequence here of 8, 6, 4, and 2. So it's 8-second holds, top and bottom, 8 kipping dips, 6, 4, and 2 of each. We'll give Sammy 30 seconds to rest, and we'll give you guys 30 seconds to try and get your arms and body ready for this. So it's quite a burner, but it's very, very valuable strength. Okay guys, let's go in 10 seconds. So best effort here. If you fall off, just get back up and keep going. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, we'll give you 5 seconds rest in the middle, and to the bottom, off we go. 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and we've got 8 single kipping dips. So you can do them single, or you can do sets of 2. You just got to get to 8. We're going to rest for 10 seconds, and we're going to start with the 6s. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good work. Shake those arms out. And now we're on to the 6s. So this is where it starts to get a bit tough. 3, 2, 1, off we go. 6 seconds. And 6, good. And let's go in 3 seconds to the bottom. 3, 2, 1, and hold the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, 5 seconds. We've got 6 kipping ring dips. Doing well, Sammy. And off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good work. All right. Balls to go now. Balls to go. Let's go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And bottom hold, ready. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 4 kipping ring dips. You got it. Come on, Sammy. 1, 2, 3, 4, That's it. Got 2s left now. We're on the home run. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Lock it out. 1, 2, relax. And bottom. 1, 2, and relax. And 2 ring dips. 1, that's it. Take your time. 1 and 2. Well done. Sammy, good effort. That's a hard circuit, and you've done a big session. Well done. Okay, come and lie on the ground on your stomach, and you're going to do the capsule stretch. There's one. You're going to feed that arm. Yep, that's it. And put that arm underneath. That arm. Yep, good work. And try and hug this arm, this leg out a little bit wider, so you just get a deeper stretch. And trying to put that arm as far forward as you can. Now, if it's too tight, you can just put this leg back, and then just lie on that arm like that. That's it. Try and put that arm nice and straight. So we're going to hold that. Okay, let's go for 10 seconds each arm. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And other arm. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Change arms. One more time each arm. And 10 seconds. Try and get that other arm flat if you can. If you can't, that's all right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And change arms. And 10 seconds. Try and rest on that arm if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that.